Hello everyone, it's me Skin Glow and Afro, and I'm back to do some more YouTube videos today. Recently, as in last week, it came out that there has been a 145% increase in the number of racist incidents within the NHS. And all I have to say about that is anyone really surprised? Because I'm not surprised. If you're surprised, then I'm surprised. When you look back at the history of the National Health Service from when it was founded in 1948, you have to understand that it was, black immigrants who were the ones who saved NHS. They did shows on the bloody BBC saying about how if it wasn't for black Caribbean immigrants from Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, then the NHS would have crumbled long time ago. A long time ago. No joke. But yet, now there's been a number of racist incidents that have been increasing since this whole Brexit situation, which is still not resolved. I'm going to have to do a video on that tomorrow because it's going to be a long one and my energy not set up too good, right? So basically, an Asian doctor has come out and basically said about some of the racist incidents that he has experienced while working for the NHS. One incident I'm gonna post the video in is him talking about a white patient saying that they didn't want to be operated on by him if he could go and get a white doctor instead. Now, his colleague that he was working with reported the incident. However, he feels that the situation will not be resolved. I mean, imagine working for a company where you feel that they will not support you when you dealt with racism.
I say, oh, any questions? Would you like to ask me any question? And the patient says, can I have a white doctor do the operation? And I was devastated. I said, God, at this stage in my career, I have to answer that question. It made me reconsider my position in the NHS because I'm thinking, do I want to put up with this at this stage after I have given my life, blood, sweat and tears to the NHS? Do I have to put up with this?
What did you say?
Part of the problem is I do not know how the organization will support me. So all I had to say to the patient was, I will see what I can do for you. And I walked out.
And did you find a white doctor?
I did not, but there was a chaperone with me who reported it to the manager, and they sent the patient home and gave the patient another date to come back. So in a way, do I rejoice that this was dealt with, or do I say, guess what? She's got what she wants. If I did not have a 12-year-old for whom I have to take care, I would have left the NHS long time back. I can tell you that. I mean, the question is, I begin to question my self-worth. And I'm thinking, am I just a color of the skin? Am I going to be judged that way? Or are you going to decide based on what I have to deliver to the NHS? I'm providing specialist service. I mean, the NHS is staffed mostly, or let's say a majority of them are from overseas. And the NHS is the jewel in the crown. I think they need to do a lot more to prevent the jewel from being tarnished.
That's just... I mean, my mum's a nurse. She's told me about the racist incidents she's had to deal with from racist patients. And to hear that there's been 145% increase. And you know it's directly related to Brexit. Sorry, can't get my words out. Because ever since Brexit, people have been going mad. Literally, they've been going mad. Like, I've heard so many incidents, Muslims being attacked, black people being attacked more often. I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't happening before. However, the media is reporting on it because of the direct correlation to, the whole Brexit situation. And this is one thing that bothers me when people say that racism in the UK is not a thing. Like, open your two-eyed them. It's always been a thing. This is not just in our imagination. It's not a myth. It's not a fable. I don't know where you keep going with this nonsense about how it's all how it's all fake and everything. Like, no, it's not fake. This is people's lived experiences, working for the NHS, dealing with microaggressions from your fellow work colleagues, the institution itself, dealing with racist incidents from the patient. Even me as a healthcare assistant has dealt with racism from the service user I've had to take care of. But you always feel like you're not even allowed to complain about it, because you feel like, what is the point? Like, you go to these anti-discrimination, anti-racist training courses, and then you just wonder what's the freaking point when you report something and nothing is done about it. I mean, watching that video, that ITV News clip of that Asian doctor talking about the racism that he's dealt with, it actually did touch me, because it's like, you can kind of relate. Even though I don't believe in this whole person of colour solidarity, there is a distinct difference between the racism that black people experience and racism that people of colour experience. I do feel that as long as you're brown, white people have certain shit to say, you know? So I completely understand where he's coming from. He also said in the clip, which I'm going to show you, that if he didn't have a 12-year-old to take care of, he would have left the NHS a long time ago. So that is how frustrated he feels now with the institution he is working for, where nothing is being resolved, but he can't leave because he has a child to take care of. I just think that more needs to be done with the NHS, because this has been going on for years. You know, black people not being believed within the NHS when they're suffering from sickle cell crisis. You know, when you're suffering from a sickle cell crisis, you're not giving you the pain medication that you require, or dealing women who were in childbirth not being given pain medication, because this whole belief that black women can tolerate more pain. Black people in general can tolerate more pain, but when a black woman is saying to you that she's in pain and she's in labour, why are you not giving her adequate, pain medication? That doesn't even make a bit of sense. And this is what I'm saying about the National Health Service. You keep getting these incidents over and over and over again. Now, childbirth is one of the most dangerous things that a woman can ever go through, and having to deal with racist NHS staff members is not one thing you want to deal with when you're trying to give birth to, new life. And what also bothers me is this whole idea that if a white person is racist to you, then they're gonna get away with it. I mean, this doctor said that the original operation was cancelled, and then the patient was given another date. So they basically won. They got another date. But what about the Asian doctor who had to deal with that racist abuse? What has he run? What has he run? That's what I don't understand. He's not won nothing, so that don't make no sense to me at all. So please let me know down below your thoughts. As I'm just gonna wrap this video up here. I'm honestly tired of hearing about incidents like this, because I know full well things are not going to get resolved, because you keep hearing about incidents like this and nothing usually is done about it. So at this point, it's foolishness. All right, I gone.